Welcome to another installment of Spider-Man PS4. I'm Excalibur TF93. So yeah, in the last segment we managed to go straight through going to the lab and just getting the sequence of the last suit, which in this case was the resilience suit. You know, I had pretty much the whole sequence of the new suit, but I did actually previously randomize the Aaron Ekman armor. And actually, even before we actually do anything else, I also got to randomize the suit powers and the mods. Alright. Actually, I think I'm very skeptical about the equalizer power up, so maybe not that one. Though I'm more than happy now with the Unrelenting Fury. I must admit, trying to use the equalizer also on ultimate difficulty, that's just plain well crazy. Okay, so battle tech. Ooh, I like that one. Number 12. 510. Okay, now we have who is it being on the ultimate difficulty, and Webbed Striker. Okay, yeah, I can live with those. So let's have a round of this then. I do like how this game features all sorts of different outfits. There we go.
Spider-Man, I think I figured out how Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the locations. Tell me if you see anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man.
Aren't you always a bit nosy, Spidey? Here we are.
Awesome. Doc would be proud.
I know, but I remember when he was a punk kid. Hear that?
Sleep it off.
Right. So me just webbing that other guy earlier didn't count. Give over.
You guys are new here.
Operation.
Boss runs a tight ship. Not like
Spider-Man's here, and he's picking us
this
off.
guy was. He decided to stop off for a drink on the way.
Everyone on alert. We got a spider problem.
Still in here.
Who's there?
Yo,
Spider-Man.
there he is.
Hello.
Literally didn't see that coming.
Wake up. Damn it. Got a funny feeling. Let's get down here and fight like a man. Wide.
Release finishes. Boom. Oh, come on, give me more. Give me my impact whip. Oh. Ooh, that is a good healthy turn.
Uh-oh. More of them.
I should really ought to take care of the guys with the.
You just made a big mistake.
Spider-Man, turns out we've busted 4 illegal firearm dealers within a 3-block radius of that site.
Gun running. Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
Got some impact webs. Oh. Have a piece of your own toys, fellas.
Here comes the man. Keep him on the ground.
Alright, unrelenting fury!
They call their buddies. Oh, hey, more guys. Welcome to the party. House rules. Leave your shoes at the door. Unless you're not wearing socks, in which case, buy some socks already.
I mean, honestly, I don't really need to worry about doing all these challenges and stuff when you're 100% of the game, but it feels good to try and add a bit of variety into the fights.
Got something for you.
Come on! Ah.
Anyone want to surrender? No?
Come on, please. This just makes things a whole lot easier.
Read that. Not a chance in hell, buddy.
Rocket launcher. Have a nice fall. Of course, he's just going to get webbed to the wall, so no real fatalities. Web him to the wall. Let me just go ahead and randomize the next suit. Give as much variety.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound. Good work.
I think maybe next time I should try and get the camera a bit lower. Like I said, I just got these stacks and a whole bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays.
Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city, vetting their fronts too. Keep an eye out, and report in if you see anything suspicious.
Yeah. Sure, Yuri. Okay, so what's our next lucky suit? Ooh, okay, so seems the randomizer has fancied the advanced suit. Okay, yeah, it's not so bad.
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's construction sites, I should recalibrate my mapping software to be more accurate. Using a depth-mapped post-process on photos of popular landmarks should do it. And I know just the one to start with.
There'll be a backpack nearby. Join. Ooh.
Spider plushie! Oh, a toy designer made this prototype to get me to license my likeness. Too bad there's no way to get paid without revealing my identity.
Yeah, since, you know, like some superheroes out there whose identity is known. Actually, I mean, let's see. Well, Iron Man always seems to be rather on and off at times on his identity.
Peter, good news. I think I smoothed things over with the grant committee. If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You'll be at the fitting tomorrow?
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
I'll settle for not starting any more fires. See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
Now, I suppose most YouTubers really trying to aim to be playing the more latest games. I mean, Spider-Man PS4 has been out for a few months. And I'm not always that great at buying all the latest games. I mean, really, Spider-Man PS4 was only really the biggest game I wanted to get, which I'm definitely pleased to have gotten, because I have unfortunately had times of where I bought a game that hasn't really quite met my expectations, and I rather regret buying it first thing. I'm sure everyone's had that moment where they go all hyped for this big game they think is going to be absolutely awesome than the last, or even better than games of the same area, and then didn't turn out as great. Oh, come on. No, I always hate this. Where are they?
I better stop them before they end up in driver's ed videos.
There we go. Come on, fellas.
You're not texting. Here's your
And of
stuff.
course, American drivers are on the left side. They're over in drivers on the left. I hate you. No, you're so close to getting it.
That's it, huh? I've had worse commutes.
So I don't get either. Oh well. So that's what I get for talking. So that's what I need to do. Try and talk. Try and give as much interesting context to the video. You've already got plenty of other YouTubers.
We got this, Spider-Man. Thanks anyway.
You know, you've already got plenty of YouTubers already, but you know, it's not always such a bad idea to try and give your own perspective on games. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is really worth it just to mention these YouTubers, because will it count as promotion, or would it just be considered as an honorary reference to know that they were like an inspiration to doing my own Let's Play? Because you know, trying to be a Let's Player, you know, you gotta try and make sure you do a video.
Attention units, we've got a 10-10 possible narcotics sale. Please proceed to Park City.
Gotta at least try and do a video at least every day. I can't do the crime because it's must be in this area that I have not been synced up with. Yeah, like I was saying, you know. What was I trying to say again? Yeah. You got just all sorts of great YouTubers out there. And you always get a bit worried on whether you can be just as equally great as them. Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta try and do like a video every day. Unfortunately, I haven't done that great, because well, for starters, I still have yet to actually upload a video, then obviously can't really taking any notes that people might give for me on, you know, like on advice on what to do to really make my videos better.
The infamous dumpling recipe. Should have come with step 10. Try not to burn everything in MJ's apartment.
I do like this sort of backstory of this whole dumpling recipe. Not sure there's ever been such an event in the comics, or if this is just its own amusing quirk of this universe relation of Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson. But I will say that this game seems to make no reference whatsoever to Gwen Stacy, so whether this is a universe where they never got together, or maybe Gwen...
Hey, old-fashioned B&E.
Might not have been
Gotta
around.
love the classics. Ever hear a knocking?
Maybe this could have been a universe where she was never born. It's kind of weird how they introduced
Look at it
Gwen
this way.
Stacy in the
If
Sam
I actually
Raimi
let you break in,
films.
you'd be going away for a lot
Because if
longer.
I recollect, she was just a model. Like, she didn't really quite get that sort of introduction like they have been doing with Mary Jane. I mean, of course, it's only until like the two Amazing Spider-Man films.
Superheroing doesn't leave much time for good hygiene. Gotta get it where I can.
And of course, that didn't last long because I suppose they just had to stick to the comics. You know, the unfortunate demise of Gwen Stacy. I gotta say, when I was reading the JMS, Amazing Spider-Man, I was quite very disturbed on certain particular storylines. If anyone catches what storylines I meant, I'll give you a hint. It involves a storyline of Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn. Yeah. It felt quite messed up.
Yuri, this construction site's about as legit as the watches they sell in Times Square.
I don't have evidence for a warrant. You go in, you're on your own.
What else is new?
And then kind of, yeah, with Gwen Stacy, Norman Osborn, it then led to them later on having twins.
Yeah, we all got expenses. The boss never let
Well
us
and
down.
truly disturbing.
Not sure the ones we knew about. Tip of the iceberg.
Nap time.
Heads up.
Here comes some more reinforcements. Try and do these perfect dodges. Yep. Lovely. Oh, we already got people with rocket launchers. Well, swing at me, fellas. Come on, who wants some? Hmm?
Flank him!
Yoink. Oh, okay, you got lucky there, mate. Yeah, it's getting a little crowded here, so how about I just put some of you guys into timeout? Wait, bring yourself, eh? Come on, bring it. Already halfway done. Ba-boom.
We can't let him win!
You guys are late. Don't worry, I got plenty of face kicks left.
Ooh, that was close. Couple more.
Show me what you got!
Where are you guys going, eh? Oh, that was a bit close. There we go.
Hit him in the air!
Now bring the hurt.
Why won't you die?
Do like how they do in slow-mo. Like how you can just gradually web them up to the wall. Oh no. You realize you just hit your blast of one of your own mates? I'm not going to be held responsible for any of that, chaps.
Get down here and fight like a man!
Really need to get rid of those guys. Oi! Oh, come on, I was definitely doing a takedown just then. Yeet. Bravo.
Really? More guys? I don't have this many friends.
We can't let him win!
Spider-Man, I checked records and that site's been getting deliveries from cartel front companies.
Oh dear.
They're moving drugs, huh? Not for long.
I gotta admit, that is going to do some major spinal damage. He's well and truly ruthless, Spidey. I mean, I suppose there's certainly one way to teach these fellas not to try and go for the sort of life
Oh,
career,
great,
you
more
know,
of
your
them. Guys,
you
please get
inflict
in here.
such
You could have just bailed.
bodily damage. Aye, gee, that, yeah, you really don't want to mess with these guys. I feel a bit worried that I may have not reset my audio. But I think I'll check that a bit. Things I think with these lot.
Reinforcements again? This is only acceptable if you're all showing up in clown cars.
You know, you should have just got taken some damage as well, you know that.
Yuri, I got a bunch of incapacitated criminals and designer narcotics all wrapped up and waiting for you.
Great, I'll just consider this an anonymous tip.
Let me just give me a second just to do a little check. Okay, good news is that the sound has been recorded. And what the bad news is that I did have the settings put down to a very low quality, so apologies for that one portion of the video where things weren't as great as they would be. I do apologize. Next up is the Last Stand suit. I think this suit is actually kind of one of the very lesser suits or something. Like, I only remember this suit in one of the JMS issues of like this weird future Spider-Man. It was actually tailored by a guy who works for both. Well, he doesn't actually like work in that sense, but he like does like the outfits or clothing tailoring for both superheroes and villains. It's actually pretty funny watching that. Or reading that, really. I really need to think of my words before I say them out loud, right? Yeah, you know, like I think, you know, just this chap who I think just lives with his son or nephew or grandson. Nope.
My loyal listeners, brushheads they call themselves, though never quite understood why, will remember my warnings about the downright Orwellian crime monitoring system the city was installing. It's not operating. Why, you ask? Because someone came to their senses and realized they'd be violating civil liberties? Wrong! Because those incompetent bureaucrats built a network that crashes more often than a wino driving a bumper car. So your tax dollars got wasted, and there's nothing to show for it. Which is about as close as you get to a happy ending in the real world, kids.
I feel like how Spidey just can hang onto the wall like that.
My ESU ID badge from my semester as a teaching assistant. Didn't have time to stick with it, but I could definitely see teaching again someday.
Yeah, so this Taylor, I think, can't remember why exactly Spider-Man found himself with this, meeting this guy, but he kind of made a few comments about Spidey's outfit, like the whole spandex, you know, whole one-piece kind of whole aspect of the suit, and kind of made some suggestions to it, which then said outfit would be featured in like this sort of timeline or time travel thing. Honestly, even though it's only been like a few months since I reread the whole thing, because I actually have like the complete collection versions of the Amazing Spider-Man by, I think his full name is pronounced as James Michael Straczynski. His surname is definitely an odd one to pronounce. Yeah, I mean, in one part, most of it was a pretty good read.
Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot. That'll do it. Map should be recalibrated now. Haven't done much photography since quitting the Bugle. Forgot how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
And there's certainly plenty out there. But yeah, so then, okay. Yeah, so JMS, we just call him short by his initials. He did some pretty good comics, but then he also then, I'm not sure how.
Huh? It's Mr. Lee. Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
So yeah, so I'm not sure how
Okay,
much
got some time to kill.
JMS was
See what's
involved.
happening out in the city.
in like the last chapter of his run in Spider-Man, which was the notorious One More Day comic storyline. You know, this whole during the events of Civil War, the comic, you know, Spider-Man reveals his true identity, and unfortunately he then begins to not be pleased with siding with Iron Man, so he ends up, you know, turning his back on him. And unfortunately, because, you know, he's no longer has the security of the Avengers, his family gets targeted by a hitman, and dear Aunt May was, you know, unfortunately sniped. I mean, one part of this storyline was certainly interesting. I mean, I suppose it could have been one way they could have killed off Aunt May and give her a nice send-off or something. You know, this could have been something to further develop Spider-Man, but instead, I think Marvel's equivalent of the devil is Mephisto or Mephistos. He comes in for a deal for Spider-Man and Mary Jane that the way to save Aunt May was to give up their marriage.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter. We're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool, I'm on my way.
Yeah, so they would give up their marriage so Aunt May could live. And that seemed to pretty much did all sorts of things.
I could never give this prototype spider tracer enough range to be useful. But I did adapt the tech into my web traps, which really come in handy.
So yeah, so they gave up their marriage. It also apparent enough also...
Attention units. Report received of a narcotics sale in progress. Incident is active near Grand Central.
Yeah, so pretty much their marriage became non-existent.
I guess these guys are trading baseball cards.
Obviously, it didn't really make many
Gotta be
fans out there
honest,
happy.
not a fan of Big Pharma. Especially back alley Big Pharma.
That is understandable. I mean, I haven't quite read as long as some fans have, but I could tell the displeasure that some fans have of Spider-Man and Mary Jane no longer being married. But at least it kind of...
Huh. Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check. Wait a minute, what's that feeling? Do I miss him? No.
They did at least bring back, you know, Aunt May. Certainly undid the whole Spider-Man revealing his identity, so he was still all secretive. Yeah, so then it kind of began the whole Brand New Day storyline, which I've at least collected 3 volumes of that series. Hopefully one day I'll get around to collecting the 4th. And then after the 4th volume, I think it's then this interesting series called The Gauntlet.
All units 1034. Repeat, assault reported. Officers needed near Turtle Bay.
When MJ and I applied for this lease, I thought we'd move in together. Instead, we broke up. I can be pretty oblivious sometimes. Hi, Mr. Muggins. If this is about the rent...
Mr. Parker, this call serves as your 3rd and final warning. Eviction proceedings...
Wait! I get paid at the end of the week! I get... Ugh.
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
Yes, I figure this Spider-Man's having a bit of a rough time. Oh, you little belter. You just ruined my combo counter, mate.
Love
Stay
laying
down.
out bullies.
You were just in time. They were like animals.
Magnifique.
certainly impressed how this game managed to give itself a very much original story, you know, with characters being almost completely different.
Rhino almost killed me until I broke this chip off his horn and figured out what his costume's made of. Still wasn't easy to beat him. My back still aches just thinking about it.
Yeah, so I think really for Spider-Man, he is probably one of the best characters just to easily adapt for both, you know, films, cartoons, and video games. I mean, it's kind of, I think you can, you know, like get like solo Iron Man games, and maybe like a solo Captain America, and of course the Incredible Hulk. I mean, Ultimate Destruction was definitely another favorite superhero game of mine before
10-10.
most
Witness
others.
called in a narcotic sale. Incident is active in Dutchtown. Over.
Don't you just hate it when you reach your destination and then you get calls like that?
Drug trade's gotten more aggressive post-Fisk. Gotta stump that out. Hey, guys! You got prescriptions for this stuff?
Don't even think about doing that again! Right your bone.
Oi. Oh, jeez! Burst creepers. Like, seriously, these guys just hit like trains. My goodness. You lose a lot of your health. Really gotta be careful. Right then. Anyone else gonna disturb
Knocking
me?
the ever-loving stuffing out of dealers is my anti-drug.
Right, I'm just gonna do this, and then I think I will wrap up. I see like how we managed to keep all spare sets of clothes around places. Yeah, I do apologize. Hopefully by the next video maybe I'll try and get things a little more leveled. Probably say at least one less Blu-ray piled up there. And I do apologize about any sort of focus problems as well.
Mr. Lee's probably in the kitchen getting ready for the party.
I'm sure there's a lot of notes some of you guys would like to give. As long as it's not too criticizing with the whole give up kind of tone, then you can just keep it to yourself.
Hey, Peter.
Hey guys, how's the game going?
How's it look like it's going? I'm winning.
Get this guy checked for dementia, Pete. I'm crushing him.
Well, the important thing is having fun.
I have a lot of fun whooping his ass.
And your dreams, crazy lady. Want a game, Pete? We play for peanuts.
No. Too rich for my blood. I'll leave you to it.
It would be nice to have more places that do try their best to help the homeless.
Hi, Pete. Your aunt's in the back, I think.
Thanks.
Almost feels like most of the time governments are just more busy just squabbling over with each other than really trying to help the people.
What's up?
Just dropping in.
Man, I know there are places that do help people. You know, just upsetting when you see people out there that are still struggling.
Hey, Martin, so sorry I'm late.
You were right on time. Just keep her distracted while we get everything ready.
You got it. Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
Peter, what a nice surprise.
Need some help?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there are some heavy boxes.
No. I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to.
Too young in this universe.
I just wanted to talk.
Okay.
But not so old.
Peter, are you in trouble? Do you need money?
No. I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no. I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is,
The two of you would make some beautiful babies. Peter.
Kind of perfectly timed. Mention of
What
babies.
is it? Come on, you can tell me.
These past few years, you helping me through college and working here and sacrificing so much and asking for nothing. I just wish there were more people like you in the world.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, May, for everything. Here's for many more years of service.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
Oh, I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone,
You help everyone. Yeah, maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party and everything. It really means a lot.
Vibrating like a phone. My controller. That's quite nifty there.
Voicemail from Yuri. Should check it outside.
Rather live on the street than ask my parents for help.
I could patch these shoes. They'll last a while yet.
You know, I was out of habit for the last time my shoes. At least definitely my walking shoes on his last time out quite a bit. I do like how they can show both the suits in both different times of day. I often quite enjoy seeing them out in a sort of nighttime setting. And honestly, I think on that note, I think it's time to end this other installment of Spider-Man PS4. I'm still trying to get a hang of this whole picture-in-picture kind of commentary for video games. I'm sure in time I'll get a hang of it. Who knows? But thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio.